Hey, what's up? I'm Anthony. I was Stash Publishing. I'm a writer and comic book creator.
My name is Seth Ferranti. I'm the author of the Supreme Team and the founder of the publisher, Gr1nd Publications.
I met Seth through an acquaintance. They both happened to be at a halfway house at the same time. And it was one of those kind of chance occurrences that worked out big. Seth had given me some of his books, and when I read his nonfiction book, The Supreme Team, I was reading it thinking, man, I know this is nonfiction, but what a comic book this would make.
I always wanted to do comics, but in prison it was just, real hard to pull off because, all the different stuff. It was even hard for the people to get the right paper, to draw the art on. They got a lot of good artists in prison, but most of the good artists do tattoos. So I always had it in the back of my mind, I wanted to do it. And when I got out, I got hooked up with Anthony Mathenia from Stash Publications, and we started talking. I brought him the book and I told him my ideas, and he liked them, and we just formed this plan.
So we started talking about the project and how a comic book adaptation of Supreme Team would work, and we both got really excited about the possibilities of it.
Step by step, I followed his plan and I went with what he said, and we found an awesome artist, Joe Wills, and step by step it's just come together, and I just can't wait for the project to be complete.
Well, what we're trying to do with Supreme Team is really move the ball forward and make a more look at crime comics of the past and say, well, what would a modern day urban crime comic look like? What would a modern gangster comic look like? And in my mind, Supreme Team is it.
In their own way, guys like Supreme and all the guys from Supreme Team, they were over 200 deep, they influenced hip hop and the culture and made it what it is today.
So when I first read Seth's first draft for the Supreme Team comic, one of the things that really appealed to me as a writer was his dialogue, because it had the authenticity of just how people talk and the flow of language, and it felt real.
I mean, we've been working on this, steadily and surely, and really I want to blow people's minds, because I go to comic book shops since I've been out, and for the type of book that we're trying to do, I don't really see anything like it. So I think it's going to be like a new genre in itself.
When we started looking for artists for the project, that was one of the things that I really wanted, was somebody who could bring in that kind of truth and realism of street life. And finding Joe and what he's brought to the project has really been a blessing.
His stuff is it's the same quality. It's like Marvel DC quality. And that's what I want for my book. I want that Marvel DC quality, but except I want it in the gangster vein, and Joe's definitely the man to do it.
This is a comic for people that go to the comic book store and they look at the new comic book shelf and they scan through the 20 different versions of Batman that's out that week and say, well, isn't there anything new?
So I think when people actually get the book, when it's printed up, they're going to look at it and it's just going to blow their mind. They're going to be like, man, where did this come from? We've been missing this. Where has this type of stuff been?